friends, this is Gail, Fava of 4. I'm doing a VR for a challenge for Natasha. I just saw it last night. Jeanette, Scrappin' Happy XO, mentioned it, and I went over and looked. And I thought, okay, it's one thing I'm good at is, I don't know, I can come up with some ideas. So about 12 o'clock last night, I made a few. But first of all, my first idea, I have two ideas. My first idea is, I couldn't bring the whole thing up here, is to get your shredder, put the Christmas cards you don't want in here, and then you have mailing stuff for your Happy Mail, or your swaps or your challenges to pack all in there. So if you don't want to do anything else with them, you could do that. So that's one idea. I couldn't bring the shredder up because it was just too heavy for me. The second one is to make beads. Okay, I made some last night, so this card is kind of... And right before I did this, I started it, and my camera tipped and water went everywhere, so I have a mess. Anyway, you can take a card, let me see here, and it is easier if you have paper, colored paper, cardstock, something, but it doesn't matter. Okay, you take a card or paper, and you go from the corner up this way. Can you see it? I use this big plastic ruler. I don't think I've ever done actually a tutorial like this, but we'll see. And let me see. I started from this corner here, so, and go up to there. As much as you want. I think it's supposed to be like it ends up at 1 inch. Then you leave this here, and you go to, let's see, you go to there, and make another one, and then you use that point down there to go here, and make another one, and you just do that throughout the whole thing. Mine's all juicy with water. Yuck. And what I did, because I didn't want a lot of white in it, I kind of cut them. I didn't use the whole card. Hope you can see. I'm going to set this curtain a little. I swear, when they say luck of the Irish, I don't know what kind of luck they mean, but I don't know. Okay. So then you go from this corner and my lines are waterlogged, so I can't see them. And you have that, except that my white part fell off, so that's okay. Then you go from this part. I hope you can see me. It's a little bright, I don't know. And there it goes again. That's okay. I'll just cut this from the tip. You can do this on cards, on paper, whatever. And I don't need this. You can make them as little or as big as you want to. Now, these got waterlogged, but I made some from another card I had. I just cut these out already. But basically, you could just do it freehand. And this would make a larger bead because it's bigger, longer. Then you take a toothpick, regular old toothpick. Okay, And let's see how this waterlogged one works. Hardest part, now my grandkids do this, so I'll show you the ones they made. You start to roll it, see? Just really tight, so you don't have much of a hole in the middle. But the hole in the middle is what you can use it to slide on your necklaces, or your beads, or your stick pins. Oh, that didn't work. That's okay. I'll just keep going. Shouldn't matter in the end. Just don't, I guess you can't pull it too tight. And what I do, now the kids and I didn't have, we just started doing this, so I didn't have any of this glossy accents or anything in it. So we used some nail polish, clear nail polish, right here. But I have some glossy accents here that I'll stopped up because I lost the cover, which is me. Nothing goes right, does it? I have to go pick my sister up from the airport in an hour. She's coming in from California for a week. Okay, I'm going to put a little of this on. I'm supposed to just brush it, but okay, see if we can keep going with this one and salvage it. Supposed to pull really tight, but I'm not pulling too tight. And where that end is, I need it to be more pointy, so I'm just gonna cut that off. It really doesn't matter in the beginning, you know, you're trying to be perfect. Put a little more glossy accents on. Just to, okay, you do it right to the end. Now, what we did at the end is we put a little glue right at the tip, so it would stick easier. Okay. So we all kind of getting the hang of this. Okay. So professional. Then you take glossy accents, nail polish, whatever it is you want to use, and put a coat on it. Okay? Then you take, where'd it go? Something to stick it in, stand it up. Because by the time you make a whole bunch, then it takes 3 coats. Let's make one out of this short little Christmas thing. Let me find a toothpick. You can reuse the toothpicks when you're done too. Sometimes what I do is, on these Christmas card ones, they're a little tougher because the cardstock is harder. So, but the most important part is this first part, to get it wrapped. You see? And you can't hurt it. Some are going to be smaller, some are going to be bigger. I'll show you the conglomeration. And I have used them in projects I made, I've sent to people. I think I sent a Christmas ornament to Jeanette, and one of the ones we made were in the ornament. I just put that on, just, you don't have to. And my granddaughters, when we did this, were only 7 and 8. Okay, get to the end, I'll put a little bit of school glue on it just for the heck of it, just so it stays down. And if it flips up, just do it again. I guess you don't need the school glue, the glue really, if you have. And my glue gun's here too. Glossy accents, but I don't know. I don't see where glossy accents is all that great for sticking stuff together. but I know everybody uses it. And because, like I said, because it's harder stock, then you can take the rest of the Christmas card that you didn't use. Now usually you want colored ones. If you want a white one, then you use the white part. But what you can do is use the rest of it for the shredder. Okay. And you try to do it so that these aren't going to slide up and down. This light isn't, I don't know. Can you see? Because if they don't slide up and down, it means they're tight enough to go on a stick pin without sliding all around. This little thing, I think it needs a little touch of my glue gun here. Doesn't matter, there's nothing you can do wrong. I mean, it's only paper. If you screw it up, throw it away. But I've never had one yet screwed up because all beads are different. And then the kids put them on a little chain for their neck. You can make all kind of different ones. Okay, now you leave it here. And then usually, you know, you do a bunch. And you have one coat of the nail polish or the glossy accents on. Let me see here. I make a mess, I know. Trying to find another toothpick. And I had a whole bunch. When the water spilled, I think everything went everywhere. Well, here's one. All right, we'll do one more. Okay, you see? Just going to take it. This is the hard part, getting it tight right in the beginning. Okay. And then you just keep wrapping, trying to keep it pretty much in the middle, best you can. But it really doesn't matter because I'm going to just have a different kind of bead. That fell off, so it's going to be a small bead. That's just because they were wet. Okay, now I'm going to get my glossy accents. You coat the whole thing. This will make it shiny and stay together. That's going to be a little pee-wee one, but it's okay. And it's sticking to the... Okay, so if you do it with a big piece of paper, you just take the whole paper and go from like an inch all the way to nothing, and then you just keep going back and forth. Because you want it to be thin at the tip, so when it rolls, it has that dimensional look. Can you see? I don't know the light. Somehow. I don't know what else to do in here. Okay. So, you do however many you want. Then you start at the beginning and you put another coat of nail polish, glossy accents, whatever it is you have, until you have 3 coats on everything and they've dried. It doesn't take long. And this is what you'll get. Oh, here's there. Okay, let me see if you can see them. I'll set them here maybe. My granddaughter made this one out of some kind of paper. This was a long time ago. Make these. You could put some glitter. I did this one last night, and I sprayed it with, it was kind of white, and I sprayed it with a little bit of, I don't know if you can see. I don't know where the light's coming from. Let's see if that's better. Better? I sprayed a little quick spray of pink on it. I made this one last night. And see, it's got the hole in it. So, if you want to put it on a stick pin, you can. You can use it for your any kind of projects you make. You can glitter it, spray it, do whatever you want. See how little, some of them are little, some are big. Depends on how much you're paying attention. And after 3 coats of these, and you see they're dry, then you just slide them off the toothpick. And I've used a lot of them. And actually the kids had a good time doing them. Let me see. This is a little one I made from a Christmas card yesterday. And that. Oh, let me see. Ah! See, that's my luck. It is just my luck. What if it doesn't work out? I guess I'll do it again. Probably just because I'm in a hurry. So, that was my ideas so far. And these are beads just like you buy in the store. The tighter you do them, the better. You can make them longer. You would just have more of a, see, all the cuts are kind of like this. And so when you cut this one, then you start from here and go up. You know, you just keep going back and forth. And then these, like I said, these were short because the Christmas card wasn't that big. This is a cool one, isn't it, she made? Tiny one. Three coats. So this will be a tiny little one. If you like them all tiny, you just use less paper. This is a pretty one. You want to try to use the colorful part, because if you have too much at the end, white, it'll the whole part will be white at the end. Okay, well, once I get this up, if you have any questions, you can ask me, but like I said, there's nothing you can do wrong. Have some toothpicks if you don't have any glossy accents or any of that stuff. Use some clear nail polish. That's what we did. If you want to add a little more color to it, you can put some glitter stuff on it. Whatever you want to do. And it's a neat project for school kids or your grandkids or you. So what you do usually is you cut up a bunch of these, then you roll them. And like I said, the hardest part there is to start, because you want to get that tight and keep them tight. Stick them in something, put 3 coats on each one, let them dry, only takes about 10 minutes, and you're done. So those were my 2 ideas for Christmas cards, or any other kind of paper or cards you don't need anymore. Okay, well, that was fun and messy, and you can see what something always happens. But that's okay. That's life. There's nothing that you need, really, that you have to go buy at all, as long as you have toothpicks, some nail polish, and some kind of paper. Christmas cards. Okay, everyone. Thank you. And I'm sorry if this was kind of a rushed mess. And if you have questions about it, or it seems difficult, just ask me in your comment, and I'll be happy to help you. Okay, bye. See you later. Maybe this will be something I'll win finally. Huh?